Welcome to the video on the N-tier model. This video introduces you to the N-tier model used for storing and accessing data. What is an N-tier architecture? The N in N-tier stands for a number of tiers such as 2, 3 or more. When we refer to N-tier, it can be any number of tiers. It can be a 2-tier architecture or a 3-tier architecture. Okay, we know what does N stand for, so what's a tier? In simple words, it is a layer of applications arranged within the model. We can have a 3-tier architecture where the client machine interacts with the web server and application server, which in turn interacts with the database. Sometimes the web server and application server are divided into two separate functions, in which case it becomes a 4-tier architecture model. A 4-tier architecture would have a client and 3 distinct functions of web server, application server and database servers. The web server contains the presentation logic, the application server contains the business logic, and the database server contains the data logic. The presentation logic defines what the user sees on the web pages. Now let's talk about the advantages of having an N-tier. Since each tier of the N-tier architecture has its own function, this model provides increased flexibility. For instance, the database tier can be scaled up with database clusters without touching any of the other tiers. An N-tier model is easy to maintain. Administration and maintenance can be done by different individuals with specific skills. An N-tier model is a resilient model. Robust backup measures can be implemented. For instance, if one server within the application tier fails, another backup server can be brought into action, which can provide the same functions. One of the most important advantages in the improved security measures that can be applied to the tiers. Let us assume that an attacker has compromised a web server. Since the other tiers have its own security policies, the attacker would not be able to gain access to the application or database tiers. The N-tier model is being increasingly used due to the advantages it gives over the traditional client or server model.